Hi guys, welcome back. Today's part 2 of my mini-series in regards to Christmas gifts. And today we are talking about Christmas gifts for your outdoor dog. So if your dog, just like mine, are part of your family and you would like to treat them as well for Christmas, then stay tuned because maybe I can give you some ideas of little gifts that you can lay under the Christmas tree to make your outdoor dog a little bit more happy on the trail. The first item on this list is a small item in regards to safety, and especially when your dog is walking off leash. And then I'm talking about an ID tag. And you've got them in several sizes, several shapes, and I think it's really handy to hang on your collar or your harness, because when your dog runs off, then it's always a way that he gets back to you the most quickest. People will find them, and according to the fact that I still believe that most people are honest people, they will call you and you will know where your dog is and you will be able to pick him or her up as quickly as possible. And on the back of those tags you can have a lot of information engraved. I usually have my phone number in it, and I have the phone number from a emergency number. So mostly that's the number of my mother. So in case something happens to me as well, and I'm not able to pick up the phone, they can always call my mom and there will always be someone to care about Ravi. Item number 2 is also a safety item, and that is a light. And this is also a light that can be clipped to a harness or a collar and gives you makes your dog a little bit more visible, especially in foggy winter days when you're walking at night or in the evening, early in the morning. It's always safe to let your dog wear a little light, just the same as we wear a headlamp. And this is just a simple one, but it has several modes that you can choose from. And that is very easy to attach to your dog's gear. This one is a cheap one and it does the job fine, but you also got really expensive ones. Ruffin, for example, has one, and the most famous ones or the most well-known ones are the one from Orbilock, and they are very expensive, but they are very bright. In my opinion, they are a little bit too bright, so therefore I decided to not go with that light, but could go with something easier and bright enough as well. So my dogs will stay safe in the dark as well. You have heard me say it more often in my videos. Training does not stop on the trail. And therefore, item number 3 is a treat bag. And same with all the other items, they come in all different sizes, different brands, different colors. So always one that suits your dog's outfit. And this one is one with a buckle closure, opens widely. You can fill it up with whatever kind of treat your dog likes, and so that you can keep training on the trail. And it doesn't have to be a hard training, but just reward your dog when he's coming towards you or when he's listening or doing something good. You know, make it fun for your dog. And a treat bag like this is really helpful. This one can be clipped to your trousers, to your hip belt, from your backpack. You also have one that has a leash as well, a hip leash, so you can wear it around your waist as well. So make sure that you have one that suits your wishes as well, so that it's comfortable for you to wear, it's handy for you to wear. And yeah, let's continue rewarding on the trail. Item number 4 on this list, make sure that number 3, your treat bag, stays full during the hike, and that are snacks. And it's always great to have different kind of snacks with you on the trail. Most handy are those little ones. I will turn around, it's easier for you to see. Sorry about the glare in the plastic. These are just little trainers. They are softies with deer flavor. Well, not just flavor, but from deer meat. And they are great to have in your treat bag. They do not crumble very quickly. They stay firm, they keep their shape. So they are great to take with you when you're out on a long day hike or even for multiple days. And always make sure that you've got some jackpot treats with you. And for Ravi, you've seen them at the end of each of my hiking video. Ravi absolutely loves those meat sticks. And therefore I always have them in stock so I can keep them with me on each trail. Item number 5 on this Christmas gift list keeps your dog hydrated during your hike, and that's a collapsible water bowl. You've seen it on my videos often that I always keep saying make sure that you have your dog's own water bottle with you so that he can have a drink whenever needed, and then it always comes in handy to have a bowl with you. So none of the water gets lost. They are pretty easy to fold down. They do not take up a lot of space in your pack if you would like to put it in there. What I also have is a little carabiner attached to it, so I can hang it on the side of my pocket, my backpack pocket if I want to. And what I always do when I've been using it, then of course it is wet, and then I always clip it on the outside of the bag so it can dry during the hike. So pretty handy to have these kind of bowls. This one is sort of a square space, but you also have them in round shapes and all different kind of sizes. So make sure that you've got one that suits the size of your dog. Too big isn't that big of a problem, but too small isn't very comfortable for your dog. And that brings us to item number 6 on this list. And item number 6 is a harness. This one is by the brand of Roughwear, but I'm sure wherever you live in the world, there are plenty of brands to find in your local pet store. So go and have a look, and to see what you can find, make sure that you take your dog with you so you can fit it right straight ahead, so that you know you have the right size. If you want to, I can make an additional video about how to fit harnesses properly. If you're interested in that, leave it down in the comments below so I can make a video about that. And in regards to harnesses or collars, I know a lot of people hike with collars as well, but I always do recommend to let your dog wear a harness, because that is way more safer than a collar. In case something goes wrong, your dog slides down a path or a ridge, then it's always safer to have him or her on a harness, because it's way easier to lift your dog up to help your dog climb over things and everything, and that's just not safe and good for the well-being of your dog when all the pressure comes only to his neck. So a harness, always recommend that on the trail. Item number 7 brings us to your lunch break, or just a little break in between, and that is a little mat for your dog to lay on. This is the Roughwear Highlands mat, and I think it is a great one. It folds up really small, you can put it in between all your other gear, and it takes up almost no space in your backpack. And that's really good to have, because you can train your dog to lay down on it so that he really knows when you're having a break, when you're taking this out, that he knows it's time to rest, time to take a break and relax a little bit. And of course it is almost way more comfortable to lay on a soft surface than laying on the flat ground. Rocks or something can really be annoying for your dog and not very comfortable to lay on. So having a little mat like this is great to have, and will give your dog a lot of comfort during your hikes. And item number 8 on the Christmas gift list also comes in handy when you're taking a break, especially when you are, just like us, hiking a lot through civilization and are often taking a lunch break in a restaurant or a cafe. And that is a paw cloth, a nice addition to the collar cloth that I introduced in the video for hikers and backpackers. This one is for dogs, and this one has been adjusted. I bought this on a Christmas market in Germany last week, and I've made it a little bit personalized, because you know by now I love personalized gear. So this is just a cloth that I can use to wipe off Ravi's paws when we are going into a restaurant or anything. Maybe when we have booked a hiker hut, or in a great exception a hotel. Before we enter, we can always clean up his paws so that he doesn't go in with muddy paws. I've attached a little carabiner to it in the shape of a dog bone. Easily clips to the pack, and then I always have it hanging on the outside of my pack, and I always have it by hand, and when it is wet it has time to dry. Item number 9. That might be a gift that is not suitable for every dog, or better to say, not every dog needs it, because it depends on how cold your dog is, and that is a sweater, which you've seen me introduced in a previous video, which I will link up above here, or a jacket to keep your dog warm on the trail. Especially now winter is coming, then it's really nice to have those items with you, because they prevent a lot of warmth for your dog, makes it a little bit more comfortable to hike, and especially makes the breaks way more comfortable and warm. And that brings me to number 10 on this list, and that comes in handy when you are doing overnighters with your dog, multiple day hikes, or maybe even long distance hiking, and that's a sleeping bag. We have one by the brand of Wild River, and there are several brands that you can buy. For example, Roughwear has one. When you are from Europe, you can get one at Zoo Plus from Wolf of Wilderness. So a lot of options to choose from, and it's great to have, because of course in the night we would like to stay warm, but I think your dog will appreciate it as well. This one comes in a handy bag, you can easily take it out and your dog has a nice place to sleep at night. Well, those were my 10 items on the Christmas gift idea list for your outdoor dog. And of course there is way much more that you can give your dog, because there are endless things to buy that can come in handy when you're out on the trail. But I think these 10 items are the most handy of them. They always come in handy, you can always use them. So hopefully that could give you some ideas that you can lay under the Christmas tree for your dog. So thank you for being part of my mini-series in regards to Christmas gifts. I hope that I could give you some ideas that you can buy for your hiker, your backpacker or your outdoor dog. In case you would like to know anything more about a specific item, please let me know and I will be happy to answer your questions. For now, I would like to say enjoy the holiday season that's coming up, enjoy the outdoors, and we will catch you on the next trail. Goodbye!